Hey guys, I'm here to show you the missing link and the biggest discovery in human history, which answers pretty much most of the questions in the Ancient Alien series. The answer can be found in this book, Food of the Gods by Terence McKenna, that proposes that apes evolved into humans by taking magic mushrooms. Um, in the Ancient Aliens series, we see that all these cultures all over the world, they speak of these beings that come from the skies. Well, when it rains the next day, you see magic mushrooms growing. So that's how they would have seen these gods coming from the skies. When you take magic mushrooms, you have mystical visions and a profound experience. That's basically where all the things across the world come from, like connecting with gods, angels, aliens, visions, whatever. Like that's where the knowledge and all these myths across the world come from. We can prove that almost every single religion and culture is based on shroom use. Um, if you look at all the creation myths, they speak of these shrooms, but they have basically animals representing different parts of the shroom and the growth. Uh, Most commonly, there's a snake or a reptile. Um, there's all these theories that say, oh, we came from reptiles and stuff. Well, really, the reptile, is the most common symbol, like all across the world. And the snake is because the shroom stem looks like a snake when it's growing. And then when it spreads out, it looks kind of like a bird. And the gills of the mushroom look like feathers, and that's where all that comes from. We can see magic mushroom shapes in all of like the cultures almost. Just look, they're in plain sight, like the series says. Oh, I wonder if they're in plain sight. Well, they are. You've been looking at these mushrooms, but you need to know this knowledge to understand. Like, if you go back and have a look at the series, you'll see exactly what I mean. Or just look anywhere, look at any culture, and just like look closely, and you'll start to see them in plain sight. Uh, so yeah, like if you want some examples of evidence, I mean, there's so much, man. Like I'm writing an encyclopedia of evidence. I just want to get the knowledge out quickly until I can publish that book. Um, an example would be flying saucers. Well, what does a flying saucer look like? I wonder. It looks like the top of a shroom, basically perfect shape. Is actually kind of ironic. Like it's like alienation from the actual truth of them being shrooms, which makes them aliens. So yeah. Also, like colors like red and gold are often used. Like pharaohs with elongated heads that look like shrooms and stem-like beards. Gold and red are the colors of like shrooms, like amanitas of red. You've got psilocybin cubensis, which is gold, and you see red and gold in like all these cultures all over the world. They're really common, and also blue is a very common color, the sacred color in a lot of cultures because stems actually bruise blue. Okay, so how does barely anyone know about this? Well, basically throughout history, this knowledge was destroyed and lost, or like lost to a certain degree. They still have like all the symbology and stuff. I'm not sure if a lot of them actually know what this represents shrooms. So yeah, like spread the news to everyone. I do not know what to say. I'm just a 19-year-old guy. Um, and this knowledge needs to go out to the world. The world is a crazy place, and the loss of this knowledge is probably the reason for the fall of human history and most of the wars caused. We know that religion, um, there's been most. wars around religion. Well, religion was based on shroom and psychedelic plant use. The oldest and ancientest cultures were shamanistic, pagan, Aboriginal style cultures that used these plants. And then basically people went all across the world, like the Spaniards, for example, and just killed like off all these tribes, like the Maya, which is a massive mushroom cult, and yeah, burnt all the books, forged all the evidence. An example of forging the evidence is Jesus Christ is actually the magic mushroom. Uh, the cross is in the shape of the magic mushroom. Um, Basically, he was changed to man, or the forbidden fruit of Genesis was the fruit given to the first humans, which is actually the magic mushroom. And in the lost books of Adam and Eve, it describes how this fruit was actually forged by corrupt rulers from the magic mushroom to grapes or wine or whatever you want to call the forged fruit. That's why you can see these priests who say they drink the blood of Christ or the wine of Christ. That's because it comes as a result of it being forged. That is one example of thousands. You can see this all over the world, and it's just crazy, guys. Like, barely anyone knows about this, but now we have the answer, and it's up to you guys to just link it, to spread it out to everyone. We need this to come, and basically save the world in a way, because it's looking pretty grim. Like I'll give you an example of one of the worst examples of how humans like died and stuff because of this. Hitler was looking for these ancient artifacts that gave divine immortality and stuff, and it was one of the motives behind him trying to conquer the world. These artifacts are actually the shroom. So if you knew this, things might have been different. I don't know. It's probably a little insane as well. Um, on a lighter topic, we can get these shrooms anywhere, and they actually do like make you smart, make you feel peaceful, improve your morals and stuff. Like they're amazing things. You just gotta take them properly. It's pretty obvious. So yeah, we have the ability to change the world and our consciousness if we just all take shrooms and spread this truth out to everyone. We could change the world. So like, spread it out to everyone. I wish I could call up these ancient astronaut dudes and like just tell all these people what they've been basically looking for their whole lives, and answer all their questions for them. Most of them, the shroom covers pretty much a lot of it. So yeah, like you can't contact most of the famous people because they don't have phone numbers and stuff. Like they're also popular, so like it's hard to get into contact with them. But if anyone knows anyone with like who's high up in popularity or whatever, well known, um, it would help me so much if you could give me their contact details or suggest something, so I can get the message known and spread to everyone. Peace out.